Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arsalan and today we are on day 20th of building the problem solving skills with the help of Python. Now if you are very new to this channel, very new to this playlist, let me give you a very brief introduction of what this playlist is all about. So on we started from a day one where we have solved a very basic question. As you can see on the screen that we solved the question which is very easy. Now we have been moving on to difficulty level and we came up on to day 20th where we will be solving question which is to check a leap year. Now this question is very important and important in the sense that it may ask you in the interview, or this question will help it will really help you to develop your logics. Now this question is important in the sense that it will help you in building the logic. It will be able to make you solve the problems, and it will give you an idea how to build a logic. And we have already covered so many questions, so I think that this question you will not find any difficulty. And because this is not a very uh, you can say very difficult question, it's easy question. You just have to apply a logic and then it's all easy. Now if you have to check a leap year, and have already written the condition that how do we check a number which is a leap year or not, or check a year which is a leap year or not. And I've already written the condition here. And just before starting to solve this question, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button, and bookmark the playlist so that you can get the updates from the channel. Now I will be creating a function that will be checking whether a year is a leap year or not. So I can write def check leap year, and then I will be taking a year as an argument. Now I will be just writing something. So first of all I will be passing this value for a while, and then I can then after this I can just print check leap year, and let's pass some values. Let's suppose I pass 2000, and 2000 is my first value here, and then I can pass 2024 as my second value, and let's take another value as, let's say, 2023, which is our current year. Now after I do this, I have to write a logic to check whether a year is a leap year or not. So what is a leap year? To check for a leap year, you should be year should be divisible by 4, but it should not a century year except it is divisible by 400. So what does it mean? It means that if a year, let's suppose an year is 2000, if this 2000 year is divisible by 4, which is of course divisible by 4, but it should not be a century year, which means century years means it should not be ending with 00, but it is ending by 00. But there is a case that if it is a century year, it should be divisible by 400. All right, so if it is divisible by 400, then it is a century year, that is a leap year, even though if it is a century year. What I mean here is that if a number is divisible by 4, it is a leap year, and if it is a century year, it is not a leap year until or unless if it is divisible by 400. Okay, so let's just write it here that if I say if 2000 is divided by 4 will be equal to 0, right? This will be your first condition. Now 2000 divided by 100 will also be equal to 0, right? But this will be false for a leap year. It will be false for leap year, but this will be true for leap year. True for leap year. Now I will be commenting both of these values because I will be not writing this as a code. I'm just giving you this as a comment so that you should understand what I mean here. Now this 2000 is the mod 10 mod 100 means this is a century year, and this will give me a this means it will be giving me a value which will be divisible by 1000, which will be remainder as 0. But if I, as I already said, that if 2000 is divisible by 1000, it is divisible by means if a year is divided by 100, it should be a it shouldn't be a leap year. All right, now third condition is except except if it is divisible by 400. All right, except if 4 if 2000 is divisible by 400, then it is a true condition for a leap year. True for a leap year. True for a leap year. All right, so I will be checking it if it's through if else condition and logical operator and an or operator, and I will be checking whether a number is or a year is a leap year or not. So to do that I will be writing a logic, but before I write the logic, you should know what I will be writing. So I am checking if a number is divisible by 4. So what I will be checking, if the number is divisible by 4, if the number is divisible by 4, I will be checking that it should be also not divisible by 100. All right, so I will be checking if a year is divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100, then it is a leap year. And also I will be checking if that number, if that year is not it's divisible by 400. So let's write the logic. So I will be checking if year mod 4 is equals to 0, return leap year. Now as you can see, these two values, these first two values which I have printed, 2000 and 2024, they both will be returning me leap year, but this will be returning me none value as I haven't mentioned anything for this. So you can see it is printing me none, and I will be printing else return not a leap year. And if this condition is, then I will be seeing that it will be giving me a not a leap year. Now this first condition we have already checked, but what if we know that 2000 let's suppose we take any value which is a century year, and let's say we take 2024, or let's say 2021. This is a century year, right? And this 2100 will also be divisible by 4. Let's see if it is divisible by 4. If I say print 2100 mod 4, and it should be giving me remainder as 0. So let's just let's just comment 4 of these values which I've printed, and let's check this on particularly for this value which is 2100 mod 4. This should be returning me as a value as what? 0. So yeah, this is returning me 0. Now we say that why we have returned this value, we have printed this value because we want to check whether this 2100, which is a century year, is divisible by 4 or not. So if I just cut this value or comment this value, everything will be fine. Now what I mean here is, why I have printed these two, this value was to check whether the number is divisible by 4 or not. So we have checked that 2100 is divisible by 4. Now next step would be to check this is a century year or not. So this is a century year because there is two, it is ending with 2 zeros, so it is a century year. All right, so we can write, if this is a century year, we know that if it is a century year, then this is not a leap year. All right, so we should write and year mod 100 is equals to 0. But if we write is equals to double is equals to double equals to 0, which means that it should be giving me remainder as 0. It will be giving me remainder as 0. 2100 will be giving me remainder is as 0. But we want to check this year should not be divisible by 100. This number should not be divisible by 100, right? So we will be writing, instead of double equal to, I'll be writing not equal to 0. To write the not equal to 0, we'll be writing the exclamatory mark here, and this will be giving me a leap year. Now this, for this, it will be giving me else not a leap year, because 2100 is not a leap year, because it can be divided by 100. Now let's check whether we are getting it or not. So you can see that we are getting not a leap year, not a leap year, not a leap year. Now 2000 is also a not a leap year until we'll be writing a condition where we'll be checking that 2000 should be divisible by 400, because we have to write one more condition to check whether the number, whether a year, in fact it should be divisible by divisible by 400, because we have only checked for two conditions, whether the number is divisible by 4 and a number should be divisible by, should not be divisible by a 100 value. So till here I suppose you have understood it. Now let's move on to next step, whether I will be checking or I will be checking year mod 400 is equals to 0. Alright, now this will be giving me, first will be giving me leap year, second will be giving me not a leap year, now third will be giving me this will be divisible by 4, so it will be giving me leap year again, leap year. Now this is of course not divisible by 4, so it will be directly giving me not a leap year. Now let's this we have done manually. Let's check it with the while running the program. So you can see, let's just delete this and run a fresh start. As you can see, first of all it's giving me a leap year, second it's giving not a leap year, third is giving me leap year, and fourth is giving not a leap year. Now I hope you have understood this question. So let's just one more go through this. So first of all what we checked is we checked whether a number is divided by 4, is divisible by 4 or not. If it is divisible by 4, then we have a leap year. Now we have one more condition, that if it is divisible by 4 and it is also a leap year, then if a number is divisible by 4 and that year is a century year, which means that it is also divisible by 100, then that it is not a leap year. All right, then it is not a leap year. Then the second condition, we said that except for those year which are divisible by 400. So except for those century year which is divisible by 400, those year are those year are leap year. So I hope you have understood this question. So this is what we have written here. To check for a leap year should be divisible by 4. We have checked whether a number is divisible by 4 or not, and then we have checked that it should not be a century year. We have checked it with a program here, that first of all we have checked whether a year is divisible by 4. We have checked it whether the number is divisible by 4 or not. Then we have checked that year should not be divisible by 100. That is also we have checked. Now third condition we have checked, year should be divisible by 400, or year should be divisible by 400. All right, so why we have not written and? Because this will be giving me or condition, it will not giving me and condition. And condition is a condition where all the conditions should be true, and or condition is either true or false, it will be giving me true value. All right, so it's like if either of the condition is true, it will be returning me true in the or condition. But in and condition, if all of the condition are true, then only it will be returning me true. All right, so we have to write it here or. So why we haven't written and? I suppose we have understood it. Let me just make it one more time, that we have for or condition what we do. For or condition, we check if one of the condition is true, then it will be returning true. So let's say we have two condition and both of them are returning true. In or condition, either this is true or this is true, it will be returning. If one of the condition is true, then it will be returning me true. But in and condition, both should be returning me true, then only it will be returning me true value. So let's say 5 plus 5 is 10 and 10 plus 10 is equals to 20. We have written and here. All right, so in and, what it will be giving me, 5 plus 5 is equals to 10, and which when we use and operator, the second or third condition should also return me true value. We can write n number of statement. You should know that we can write more number of statement here, we can write more number of logical operators here, but the point here is that all of the conditions should be true, then only it will be returning me true value, else it will be returning me false value. But in or condition, if either one of them is a true value, it will be returning me true value. All right, let's say we have 10 plus 10 is equals to 20, and we are saying that 10 plus 5 is equals to 20, because you can see that 10 plus 20, 10 plus 10 will be giving me 20, but 10 plus 5 will be giving me is equals to 20, will be returning me false value, right? 10 plus 10 is equals to 20, or 10 plus 5 is equals to 20. First one is correct, first one is true. Second one, where 10 plus 5 is equals to 20, is a false value, we should know. Yeah, we already know, right? So in the first condition, as you can see, first one is a right, which is a true value, and second one is a false. But as I said that in a or condition, what we check whether one of the condition is true, it will be returning me true value. So I hope I have cleared my point here, and I hope you have understood this program. So this is a very easy program. It's just a myth that it will be creating problems for you, but as you can see that it is as simple as that. You just have to check whether a number is divisible by 4, and a year should be divisible by 100, should not be divisible by 100, or year should be divisible by 400. So I hope I have cleared my point and I have made my point here. And this was all for on day 20. This is all for today. For day 20, as you can see, we have covered already so many questions already on integers. So this was all for integers part. We will be moving on to different data types, which may be boolean or list. We will be checking what can I include. Most probably we will be doing booleans in our next tutorial, next class, and then we will be solving question based on booleans. So till here we have solved so many questions already on strings as well as on integers, where you can say mathematics. So if you are liking this tutorial, if you have liked this playlist, guys, do subscribe to the channel. And if you are getting benefit from the playlist, you can also share it with your friends so that they can also get benefit from the playlist, and they can also be able to build their problem solving skills. So thank you guys for watching this video, and see you next time.